Pastor, we had a great sermon last Sunday. It was about treasures and possessions. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, great. Um, we had the lesson, the parable of Jesus of the rich fool from Luke 12, and in which the guy's very wildly successful. This is like the American dream here. This guy's wildly successful, but all he can think about is himself, building bigger barns and having more and more so he could eat, drink, and be merry, and just carry on without concern about anybody else. And so in that message, um, we talked about stuff, that we love our stuff and that we have lots of stuff and we always have to find places to put our stuff. But the gospel calls us to care for somebody beyond ourselves. That's the whole message of God's love in Christ, is that God moves toward us, that his love is for us, for our benefit, not for God's. It's for our benefit. So he wants a people that are shaped by that. But that's hard in a culture like ours that values stuff so much and the accumulation of stuff. And like the rich fool, no one of us get to take it with us, so whose stuff is it going to be? So maybe we have to have a new relationship or a different kind of relationship with our stuff. And the question that I looked at on Sunday was, what's the difference between a possession and a treasure? And, we have lots of things. So I have a cell phone, that's a possession, but sometimes it can possess me if I'm not careful. So I have to consider what's the treasure about this possession. And the treasure is the ability to communicate with other people. That's what I treasure. I have a house. I love my house, but it's a possession. What I love about my house is that it's a home. What I treasure about that house that's a possession is this home where people can be, where my family can be, where we can invite people to be, and it'll be a shelter and a haven for meeting God in a place with people around a table. Um, even my family. So I have a family, but if I don't consider them as treasure, those relationships as treasure, family can become a burden. So as I looked at that, I think the primary question that I would ask people to consider is, what's the difference between a possession in your life and what you really treasure? Whereas Jesus says, where your treasure is, your heart will be also. And so shaping ourselves around a primary question like that is very important. What's the difference between a possession and what is it about a possession that points to a deeper treasure that keeps you connected to God and to other people? Good question.
Well, thank you, Pastor. Appreciate
Thank you.
it.